Hi everyone. Hello. I'm just setting up. How is everybody? I am going to mute my sound so I can't hear myself. So basically, my fiance is at work, and rather than me sat here by myself, I thought I would, come and do some painting. I'm not sure if that lighting is any better. Hopefully it is. Yep, that's got rid of the shade. Hi, how are we all? Do pop in and say hello. Oh, Roadrunner, you're going to fall off the desk. Come here. Come. No, you're going to fall. Come here. Let go. If you're wondering who I'm talking to, I have my... Stop being so antsy. My beardy dragon for companionship. She's just sat over by the side of me eating some cucumber. Come and sit back down here, look. Here. Yum. So yeah, I figured I'd come on and do some painting. Not sure if anyone's going to join me or not, but what have I got to lose? So what I am colouring in at the moment is Ivy and the Inky Butterfly. And I'm just doing this page here. I've been working on it for a few days now, I think, on and off. I find that if my hand's having a bad time colouring, I like to do some painting. So I started this on the 8th of May and it's now the 11th. So once I've done all the little bits and bobs, I'll probably do like a pastel background of some sort. So yeah, I have my watercolour paints at the side of me, messy palette because I'm using various different colours, and a very murky glass of water here. Need to get some fresh soon. So yeah, how are we all? Hope everyone is doing well. I'm just watercolouring this bunting up here at the moment. Let's move you slightly so you can see. So I'm just using generic water brushes, nothing fancy. I seem to find I get on better with a water brush than a paintbrush. And I think that's because there's more for me to like hold on to. I have a detailer paintbrush here, but it's so thin, I kind of find it quite hard to hold. So this is my thinnest water brush. I'm not using water in it, I'm literally using it as a paintbrush. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. What are you all up to today? Have you been colouring at all? Just gonna pop that there. So yeah, my water glass is literally like an old jam jar. Nothing fancy. I've just really been getting into my watercolouring at the moment. I'm finding it really relaxing. And like I said, it's not hurting my hand, which is a bonus. So I've been into town today. I live in Swindon in the UK. I had to go and pick up some antibiotics because my tooth infection is back. And of course, they're just pumping me with antibiotics because there's no dentists open at the moment because of the coronavirus. So hopefully these new antibiotics that they've given me will be strong enough to kill it a bit more. I'm back so quickly. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. You're staring at my ceiling. Let's turn you back around. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. So yeah, while I was in town today, I picked up my antibiotics from the pharmacy. And then we popped along. My husband-to-be had to go and put some money in the bank. So he did that, and I waited outside Specsavers because my glasses snapped the other day. The arm snapped off, and it was the second time it had snapped. I'd actually managed to super glue it and repair it the first time so as not to have to go into town. But no, this time it snapped. So I could only repair them with sellotape this time. And I was getting headaches and things because my line of vision in the glasses wasn't lined up correctly. So what they did was they came to the door and I waited outside, and he said he would look to see if they'd got my frame in stock, which I wasn't expecting because it was about a year ago now, and they didn't. And I said, to be honest, I really don't mind what frame you give me as long as I have my eyes back, because it's, I tell you, not having glasses on when you're as blind as what I am is a nightmare. So he came out and said, okay, we haven't got your frames, but we've got some that's quite similar. And I was like, anything, I really don't mind. So yeah, he gave me new frames, and they're actually quite pretty. I like them, so that's not bad. Just going to move this down a little bit to get the last. If you hear a little like munching in the background, that's the bearded dragon just chomping on some cucumber. She likes sitting next to me at the moment. Well, I enjoy her company, especially when I'm on my own. You know, it's a bearded dragon. She doesn't talk, of course. But, you know, I'm not on my own. Okay, I'm just going to go back over this one because this one looks quite light in comparison to the others. You enjoying that cucumber? You certainly look like you are. So I cut the rind off, and then it's just like giving the beardie water really, because she doesn't like drinking from a bowl, so she gets all of her water and things from leaves and vegetables, etc. And even her bugs sometimes, when we give her locusts or mealworms. Alright, that's the bunting done. Not really sure what colour to do inside it. Let's just move that slightly. I haven't really decided what colour I want to do this yet either. And I don't know what this is up here. is it some kind of picture or something? I might do like this bit brown and then the outer rim gold. I really don't know what it is. Maybe it says in the story part. Let's have a look. Among the dusty treasures, Gouache, there must be. So it doesn't say on there. I haven't read the story of this yet. I was gonna sort of paint it all and then read it once I've painted it all. But I'm loving working through it. I'm not doing it in order or anything. I'm just doing what pages I feel like and when I feel like doing them. This was in my completed pages the other day. So yeah. And this is brilliant paper for watercolour, as long as you don't use too much water, which I don't. I only use a little bit. Let's activate this brown again over here. I'm going to use this for the hot air balloon basket. Let's move this water. Hi Katrina, how are you? I'm good, thank you. Thank you for joining. I'm just sitting here by myself, doing some painting. Hope you're well. If you see my head come into shot at all, just ignore it. Let's do these ropes the same colour. You eating all your cucumber? Do you want some more? Good, good. Glad to hear it. Hope you're staying safe during this time. Don't mind me, I'm just going to cut up some more cucumber for my beardie. Go. It's like, more cucumber. It's like you're surrounding me with cucumber. There you go. Get rid of that. Oh, thank you. I was just saying I find it really relaxing to paint at the moment, so... Yeah, it's just some generic watercolour paints and a brush, nothing fancy. What colour to do the hot air balloon? Hi May, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. I'm kind of feeling orange. Let's see. Let's mix it in with some of this yellow. Oh, bless you. I hope you had something nice. Yeah, I'm not too bad. My fiance's at work, so I'm just chilling out with the bearded dragon and painting. I thought I would come on and do a live stream. A lot of the time when I stream, no one really joins me because it's odd hours for, you know, American people and everything. But I don't mind. Sometimes I get nice comments when people watch it back, so it makes it all worthwhile. It's always nice when people pop in the comments and say hello. Roadrunner, you're going to fall off the table in a minute. Come. 1 second. I'm just using bog standard watercolour paints. Let's show you. These are Pabio. I got them when I was au pairing in France, but I think you can get them on Amazon and things. Move your butt on the desk, silly. Yeah, you see, if I come on any earlier, like sometimes I like to live stream at 10 AM GMT, which is, I mean, it's 4:36, 25 to 5 PM here now. So if I stream at 10 AM in the morning, it's like 3 AM in the States, in places, so. It's rather a messy palette, isn't it? I also have my homemade watercolour paints here, which that too has a messy palette at the moment. I just finished using these for my Kirby Roseanne's Mythomorphia page. So I will clean this palette up probably later now I've finished using these. But these are my shimmery homemade paints. Oops, sorry for the noise. Just going to grab my beardy again because here, look, there's another piece of cucumber. Come on. No, don't back away from the blimmin' desk, you Wally, because you're going to fall off like you did the other day. Come here. Well loved, yeah, I like that expression. Say hello. This is our beardy Roadrunner. She's meant to be keeping me company, but she's more interested in sliding off the desk, even though I've got her on a towel. Just lay there. Alright? Right. What colour to do this hot air balloon? I want to do some red, I think. And I also use this, it's just a old flannel. It's slightly bigger than a face cloth though, it's not like a hand towel or anything. But I use this to dab off my excess water and paint, etc. Again, apologies if my head is in shot. Oh, thank you. You're a little terror, aren't you? My partner's always had sort of, we've got a corn snake as well called Barney. I never remember that snake's name. And yeah, my partner's had bearded dragons before called what do you call them? Itchy and Scratchy from The Simpsons. And yeah, the male was a bit more frantic than the female. The female was very laid back. You know, you could do anything to her at all, handling wise. But this one here, Roadrunner, she's a little bit scatty, aren't you? She, if you go to pick her up, sometimes she opens her mouth as if she's going to bite you. And I'm not afraid, you know, I don't show fear or anything. I'm not afraid of any animals. But yeah, she's just a little bit untrusting. But trying to bring her out of her viv every day and get her used to being handled and whatnot. You're doing better, aren't you? Let's have some purple. I'm trying to keep like all the colours fairly similar, so I've got like purple down here and a lilac-y mauvey purple here. They live for 10 to 15 years in captivity, and Roadrunner's about 6, from what my hubby can remember. I think she may be more towards 7, because he's lived... Oh, thank you. He's lived in here for... Gosh, I've lived here for 3 years and he lived here for 3 or 4 years previous to me moving here. I think we'll go for a green now. Let's pick up this green. So I don't like to use a lot of water when I'm watercolouring. I find it leaves like blobs of water on the page and I don't want that. Sometimes I'll go back over with pencil and do some shading, but other times I'll just watercolour straight and enjoy the process. Oh, thank you so much, May. Take care, hun. Thanks for popping in. I really appreciate it. Have to bring a little bit more of that red down here. Like so. Just going to pop the other light on and see if it makes a difference. Let's zoom you in a bit. I've managed to get something on there, so I'm going to try and lift that up as well. There's a little bit of a shadow. Move you over here. That looks a bit better. Right, let's see if we can pick this colour up here. Doesn't matter if not, because I'm going to be popping some either soft pastel or oil pastel for the background on. Meh. Okay, hun. Right. I think I'll do some more black on this lantern. So all I'm doing is popping some paint down, and if I want like a highlight in the centre, I just keep dabbing my brush on here and picking up some of the paint until I get like a lighter bit in the centre. Nothing, you know, no miracle, just it's how I roll. Right, we need some brown. For the soil in here. And I did mix a very, excuse me, a very light blue here, which I've just been using to act as like a colour for the glass. So I'll just reactivate that again. Just to give it a little bit of colour so it's not pure white. Might go for a purple just to bring some of this dark purple up here so it doesn't look a bit lost down there. Should be doing that bit with my detailer brush really, but what are you watching, Roadrunner? Are you watching the flashing lights? I'm going to think about what colours I want to do the rest of this. I might activate my silvery grey again, just to do this sort of little hook bit here. Need to make that a little bit stronger. See how that is. That's better. It's a little bit more visible now. Let's go ahead and clean this palette, and then I can use this to mix some more colours on. Let's get my thicker brush. So I tend to keep all my colours that I'm using on my palette until I've finished the project that I'm working on. That way I haven't got to remix anything and risk getting the colour wrong. I can just reactivate them. There we go. This is going to make a nice mess on my cloth. Let's water that down a bit more. Here we go. It's quite satisfying. I mean, I could use this brown if I wanted to, but it's a gouache paint rather than watercolour. And I know that gouache paint can be sort of turned into watercolour if you activate it with water, but it's a bit more powdery. Don't know how to describe it really. It's thicker, more opaque, I guess. Looks like it's just me and you again, Roadrunner. Where are you off to? I'll be back in a second, guys. I'm just going to go and pop her back in a Viv because she's being a little antsy. Be right back. wash my hands as well. Right, I think I need a drink. Okay, I'm back. Let's finish cleaning this palette. I'd also like to say a big thank you to all of the new subscribers that have been joining me. Welcome to you all. Welcome to the crazy family. If you have any requests of videos you'd like to see or anything, just let me know. I do have a review coming up soon of a new product to me, we'll put it that way. And yeah, I just wanted to sort of demonstrate how I use them and how I found the best ways of using them. So I may record that tomorrow and hopefully get it up tomorrow night for you guys, with a bit of luck. Okay, so clean palette. I'm now going to mix the brown that I want. So I'm kind of thinking dark mahogany maybe. Let's see what we can make. I mean, that's a good base to start off already, really, isn't it? I may add a little bit of red and purple into it. Okay. Now it's a bit watery, so I'm just going to put some more pigment in it. I might even put a little bit of yellow in it, or a sort of a yellowy brown. It's part of the fun of using watercolours, is making all the colours up yourself. A bit of white in there. I think that's about where I want it. Maybe a touch of orange. Yep, that'll do. I mean, it just looks brown on camera, but to me it's actually sort of a browny, reddy colour. Right, let's bring this down here a bit. When I'm using this brush, all I ever do, don't know whether you can see this, is put the very tip of it in. Nothing else, just the tip. Like that. Just to pick up a little bit at a time. Hello, hello. I am just working in Ivy and the Inky Butterfly. And I'm using watercolour paints, if you've just joined. To sort that bit out when it's dried. Hi Jamie. Oh, I am using, I will show you. I am using the Pebeo. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it. Pebeo? I have no idea. Pebeo, I'm assuming. I got these when I was in France au pairing. But I believe you can get them on Amazon over here. So yeah, there's 24 half pans in here, and I really love them. I've also got at the side of me that I'm using for a mixing palette at the moment, my 12 set of homemade shimmer watercolours. So yeah, I'm just doing my own little thing, amusing myself while my other half's at work. Thank you for joining, I really appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. Love it when people pop in and say hello. Makes me really happy. But yeah, oh, it really, really is relaxing. I love it. I was saying at the start of my stream, if my hand's hurting from colouring, I very often switch to doing some of this instead, because there's like hardly any pressure on a water brush at all. So it's really nice just to chill out and do some painting. No, so what I do, I have this cloth here. It's really dirty because I'm using it. But as soon as I pick up, like, if I pick up too much pigment, then I dab it off on my cloth and then paint. Or when I'm mixing colour, if I'm using too much water, again, I dab it off on here. So I'm hardly using any paint whatsoever, and it doesn't warp this paper. if I show you the other picture I did in this book, this one, let's bring you over a bit. As you can see, it's not warped the paper at all. Whoops. Slight like crinkling noise to it, but it's not warped at all, and it just leaves a really nice effect. And then I did this with watercolour and watercolour pencils. But the same with the Kirby books. I don't think the Kirby's paper is as good as this, but it works. Thank you. Right, so I'm going to use some of my own gold watercolour now. My shimmer one. I'm just going to activate this. You're a little bit close. Let's pull you out a bit. There we go. And this gold, when it gets activated, it just looks like it's like a pool of shimmer. It's really pretty. I don't think it picks it up on camera though. There's not enough water in there really either. You see it glistening. I absolutely love it. So yeah, if anyone watching hasn't hasn't dabbled in watercolour painting, I'd really recommend it. You see how shiny that is? It's so pretty. Yeah, I'd really recommend watercolouring in your books. Just don't use a lot of water. And enjoy. Can you see that? So now I'm going to try and do some of this filigree work as well. I think that bit should have actually been brown, so I'm just going to go in and correct that. There we go, that's better. It is really effortless. Yes, I would say it does complete a page faster. Sometimes I go in and do pencil shading over the top, but I don't think I am doing in this book. No, I think on this all I used was watercolours. I used standard pencil for the background, but I didn't do any shading with pencil or anything over the top of the watercolour. And it dries so quickly when you don't use a lot of water. Okay, let's pick a bit more of this gold up. Look, I don't know whether you can see it, I use the slightest bit of paint on my brush and there's no water on that brush. It's literally just damp. I kind of zone out when I do this. Yeah, you don't need any water at all. I mean, if you're doing like a proper watercolour painting where you're using a very porous watercolour paper, then yeah, you can, you know, slather that water all over the paper. But when you're doing something like this, you don't need any water at all. And it still gives a watercolour effect. There's some more of that gold shimmer paint there. And then that's a silver Pentel Dual Metallic gel pen that I used with it. Might go back over this wood to make it slightly darker, so it makes the gold pop a little more. I'll see how I think it looks when I finish doing this little bit. So the only time I really dip into my water, the water's at the side of me here, it's quite murky looking at the minute, is when I'm washing my brush and I want a little bit more water than usual. I mean, look, there's not that much water on there. And that's just so I can activate my paint a little bit more. And that's the only time I sort of apply more water. And then once I've activated the paint again, because it's dried, again I just dab off on my cloth, rinse my brush, dab off again, and pick a slight little bit up on the tip. And sometimes I go over once the first layer's dry, if I want it to stand out slightly more. But yeah, I definitely recommend Johanna Basford's books for watercolouring because the paper's awesome. Kirby's, try it, but again not too much water. What's it called? Romantic Country. That paper is lovely for watercolouring. I don't know whether you saw my end of month video or not, but I did this page last month using watercolour, and some of this I believe I did go over in shade. I think I did a little bit on the horse. These were with, I used the standard watercolours I'm using now for the wallpaper and the floor, and then I used my Arteza watercolour pencils for pretty much the rest of it. Yeah, I have 3 or 4 different water brushes here, and I'm using the finest one. It came in a set of 3, so there was this one, the blue one, which I believe is the next thickest, and then the red one. As you can see, I haven't really used the blue one. I either used the large or the thin. I've had these years, but I believe you can still get them. The other water brush I have is the Derwent one. Just box standard Derwent. This was free from, yes I do, yeah. This Derwent one was free from their website. They had a bunch of samples and things. Yep, I used the large one to fill in spaces. Like big spaces, and then I used the fine tip just to get in all the nooks and crannies and things. But for this one, for this page, so far I've used the fine tip for everything. I just prefer the finer one. I don't know why. I just find I get on with it better. So let's see how this, I keep calling it a Ouija board, but it's not a Ouija board. Yeah, I think I want to go in and darken that wood up slightly. I think this was it that brown I used? I don't know whether you can see the motion that I use, but it's literally the same motion I use to colour. Just up and down or round and round. The other thing, if you use too much water, is you can pick up the paint that you've already laid down. And if you're trying to make an area darker, that's not what you want. Yes. Daria Song's paper's really nice, actually. I don't know whether I've used watercolour in that book yet. Let me grab my copy. If I can find it. Where's my Daria Song book gone? There it is. I've only done one page out of here so far. This is The Night Voyage. And this is the page I did. Gosh, I can't remember what I used on here now. I think, yeah, this was Polychromos for the cat. I used Derwent Inktense pencils with a tiny bit of water for all of the background. Then I used a Posca pen for the stars and Arteza Expert to make the gold. And then I also used some glitter gel pens and I believe Pentel Dual Metallic for that one. Thank you. It's the only page I've done in here so far. But yeah, using the Derwent Inktense with a little bit of water, as you can see, it's not warped at all. So, nope. But yeah, if you were to try it, it's quite a good thickness. Just do as little water as possible. I need to do another one in here. Might make that a mission for this month. I've just finished my page in Mythomorphia. I'm taking part in Kate's Colouring Haven's Maymorphia hashtag. So I finished that yesterday and just wanted something more relaxing to do today. But yeah, definitely colour it and just have fun. Like if you try painting, just have fun with it and take your time and your page will come together in no time at all. When you're holding your brush pen, I don't use this bit at all. I literally just colour with the very tip. So if you find your brush gets a bit sort of flayed and whatnot, or gets a bit fluffy, like this one, this is a little bit fluffy. The trick is to put it in your water, dab off the excess, and then roll the brush to like dry it off, and then that should bring it to your tip again. You couldn't find the paint palette on Amazon. Let me see if I can grab a link for you. Bear with me 1 second. Oh, there it is. It's out of stock at the moment on Amazon. I got this now. I've lived here 3 years and it was a year or so before that. But I'll give you this link and you can put it on your wish list or in your basket or something. And then I will also... You're welcome. I'm here to help. I'll also try and find it on one of the websites that I use. Oh, fiddlesticks, that's 2. So it's this. Oh, it sent the link anyway. Perfect. Right. I will try and find it on some of the websites that I use. So let's try Cult Pens, see if they have it. No. Jackson's may have it because they do paints and things. Yeah, they stock Pabio watercolor. They don't have it either. Are you in the UK or are you in America? Ah, you're in the US, okay. Let me search US. I mean, it doesn't have to be the same palette that I've got. Let me see if I can find you an alternative. This is just what I use, but they're bog standard half pans. Watercolor palette. So Winsor & Newton are a good brand for watercolours. I think the other one's Cotman. But if I show you the kind of thing I mean, you can get, yeah, Cotman watercolours. You can get bigger palettes of this. Hi Lynn, welcome. So yeah, you can get bigger palettes of that one, and they'll literally be the same as what I've got, just not in a round tin. All of your pans come wrapped up, if I can get one out of here, she says. So they all come wrapped up in here, and you unwrap them and then just start painting. But they're bog standard, like raw umber, burnt sienna, things like that. Right, so that stands out a little bit better on there now. I think I'm going to use the silver Pentel metallic, dual metallic for here. You're welcome. Let me know if you manage to find some and how you get on with them. I'd love to know. But it's always worth like if you're wanting to hold out for the same ones that I have, it's always worth popping them in your wish list and clicking the email me when back in stock button. But like I said, Winsor and Newton will do just fine. I need to scrap piece of paper. How are you, Lynn? Hope you're doing all right. Come on. There's ink left in you yet? Lynn, I really need to get some more of these Pentel Dual Metallics. Ooh, they'd work. Koi Sakura Water. I've heard of them, I believe. Let me Google Amazon that. Koi Sakura. I think these may be the Sakura brush pens, I'm not sure. Koi Watercolor. Wow, they're expensive. They would do just fine. I always prefer pan as well rather than tubes of watercolour. I just find I use way too much paint, like squeeze too much out when I'm using tubes. But I do use the big set of Arteza gouache paints as well. Those I would recommend as well. Let me show you. What set is it? The 60 gouache. I'm sure you can get Arteza in America, can't you? I have this set. And these come in, whoops. These come in tubes. And I do try and use them really sparsely. But there's like tray upon tray in here of different colours. If you use them neat, they're acrylics, and if you put some water with them, they're watercolours. Let's put that back up there. What's that? The Arteza gouache paints, Lynn. I got them from their website. You just want to make me go on Arteza's website again, don't you? You can get them in 2 weekly instalments. Let's see, gouache. So that big set that I've got is $39.99. But you can also get a set of 24, which is $15.99, or the metallic ones in a set of 12 for $20.99. But the metallics are in the bigger set anyway. And if you do it via ClearPay, it's 4 interest-free instalments of £10. So £10 every 2 weeks for four instalments is easier to say. Right, let's smooth you back up here a bit. Come on, pen, you can do it. Don't know how much my silver's got left. It's got more than my gold has, so it should still be working. Yeah, I know. We get paid monthly too, but for some reason I just find it easier. It doesn't seem like too much coming out at once, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Like when you look at your bank statement, rather than having boom, £40 just come out. It's like, oh, £10 come out. What was that for? Oh yeah, that was for my paints. Yay, little pen, you made it. A little tip for gel pens: if your gel pen stops working, I always thought this was a fad. Hi Laurie, thank you for joining. I always thought this was a fad at school, but everyone did it and it always seemed to work. Blow on the end, so take your pen apart and blow through here. And for some reason, when you use your pen again, it works. Don't ask me why, I'm not a scientist, but it works. How are you, Laurie? Thank you for joining. I am just doing some watercolour painting in my Ivy and the Inky Butterfly, and I've just used some Pentel Dual Metallic on what I still think is a Ouija board of some sort. Yeah, the middle set would be a good jumping off point just to try them out and see if you like them. Right, let's see. Oh, thank you very much. This is just a little page that I'm working on. I might do some soft pastels in the background when I'm finished. I may also decide to go on to the page opposite it, because that's got random objects on. Oh, nice. What are you swatching, Laurie? Right, let's get some yellow on the go, I think, for these stars. Yeah, if you're still here, Jamie, have a little play, maybe print, that would be cheap paper though. Have a little play with your Daria songbook, or maybe a Johanna Basford one if you've got one. Just on like a tiny little element, maybe even the leaves on the inside cover. And let me know how you get on with your Koi Sakura ones. I've used this for swatching different pencils out on before, if you don't want to like commit to possibly ruining a page with them. Blick Studio pencils. Redoing all your mediums. Studio pencils? What are studio pencils? I have no paint on my paintbrush. Blick art. Is that like Dick Blick or whatever they call it in America? I'm in the UK, so we unfortunately don't get Dick Blick, or I think it's called Dick Blick. Right, do I want to add some more green to these leaves here? Or do I want to make them a wooden colour? Might be too much wood. Yes, Dick Blick. I really wish we had Dick Blick because you guys get great deals on Prismas. I mean, I'm not a huge Prisma fan, but if I could buy a whole set for as cheap as you guys can get it, I would. I bought the 72 set of Prisma colours from Amazon UK, and guess what? They're fake. Here's my 72 set of Prismas. Looking at that, you would think they were real pencils, but nope. They're fake. They're as scratchy as anything. Holbeins. I'm not sure if you can get Holbeins on Amazon. If not, then no, we can't get those. I think I have looked into getting Holbeins at one point, because they have a really pretty set of pastels, don't they? I mainly just use my Polly's, Artezas and Black Widow more than anything. Oh, and my Brute Funers, whatever they're called, they're my newest favourite. They're between a Polly and an Arteza. They layer really nicely. What, the Brute Funers? I got them on Amazon for like £20, but that was a couple of months ago now, I think. What colour do I want on my bunting? Kind of wanted to do it red. Let's go with red. Hopefully you can see this okay. Probably not when my hand gets in the way of it. South Sun. Huh. Not heard them called that. I've seen some similar to like the Brute Funer packaging. I don't believe they were called South Sun. but they were on Wish or something. I know you can get brute Funas from Wish. How did you find them when you used them? Did you like them? I've been using mine a lot recently. Yeah, I like them. I really need to do a colour and chat with them because not many people have heard of them. So many things to do, so little time. Need a little bit more pigment on that one. It's meant to be red, not pink. There we go. Interesting. I'm going to type that into Amazon and see what comes up. South Sun coloured pencils. Sure enough, they're on there. Well, Lanconile, Laconile, 160 oily art coloured pencils. So, yeah, South Sun doesn't come up, but they go on. Looks like they go under Lanconile as well, because it says 160 brute Funas. Want to try the Castle Art at some point, but I've noticed they're going up in price because a lot of people have been buying them. So my brute Funas are actually back in stock on Amazon UK for $28.99. Which isn't bad. I paid $18.99 for mine, I think. But yeah, right, that's the bunting done. Let's use this light brown in this corner again, just for the rope. See, I've got too much water on there and it puddled, so you just pick it back up again. That's better. This could do with a bit of darkening up as well. There we go. That's better. I've been wondering that for a long time, Lynn. That's why the other day I asked you to send me a screenshot of your colours. But your colour, you've got a lot of the same kind of colour in yours, whereas the brute Funas don't really have that. They have a lot of different colours. We're getting close to finishing this page. Lynn, should I do these green? What do you think? Or have I got too much green already? I really don't know what colour to do them. Or gold. Could do a bit more gold, I suppose. Like this filigree stuff, I could do gold maybe. Do them green or gold. Let's move this palette and bring this one back in. Let's start by doing some of the gold work. Both. Bring this page over a little bit. I had Roadrunner on this desk at the side of me again, Lynn. Eating her cucumber. Let's hold this down a second. Hubby's on weird shifts again this week. He's working... Today he's working 3 till 7. But he gets Wednesday off, so that's... No, she didn't jump off. She nearly fell off again, but I had to push her bum back on the desk. He's got Wednesday off, which is good. I wish Arteza would restock their mica powders so I can try and see how their mica powders work to make watercolour paints. These are just some random mica powders I got from Amazon. But I really want to test the Arteza ones. Probably doesn't look gold at all yet to you guys, but if I tilt it you'll be able to see. It's all shimmery and golden. It's pretty. want to do those arms of the clock black so they stand out. So I'll go ahead and do that. I think this is my black. A little bit more pigment on this one. Looks like it's running slightly, which is annoying. Might do these bits black as well, just so it stands out a little bit. How's your dad, Lynn? Hope he's alright. There we go. And I think I'll do behind the little cuckoo black as well. A little bit of pooling there, so I'm just going to keep picking that up with my brush and dabbing it off on the cloth. There we go. Oh no. Oh, I'm glad he's alright. Tell him he needs to take more water with it. Or maybe something stronger. Let's just do this little cuckoo. Ah, bless him. Let's see. Kind of want to do this bit black too. Yeah, I think that helps it. Welcome back, Jamie. I did mention you, I don't know whether you heard me or not, but I did say test out your Koi Sakura watercolours, maybe on a test section of the book, like the front cover or something, and see how you get on with them rather than jumping straight into a page. Have you got any of Johanna Basford's books at all? Because I know in this one, she's got like the flap, the French flap, all these different flowers and stuff that you could test your mediums on. And that's probably, yeah, what I would suggest to test them out on. See how you get on with them. Right, I think I'll go ahead and do like a, oh bless. I think I'll go ahead and do like an olivey green on these, because I don't want them to be really vibrant green. I kind of want it to look like an aged cuckoo clock. So let's test out this green. Yeah, that's more what I'm looking for. What ones do you have, Laurie? Let's bring this back down here. Oh, Jamie, you need to get World of Flowers. Oh, World of Flowers is so nice. So pretty. Oh, Johanna's Christmas. I did deliberate getting that last year. Maybe I'll pick it up this year. I ended up getting loads of Jade Summer Christmas ones last year. And then by the time I'd got them, I didn't get around to colouring many pictures in. And I can't colour in Christmas books unless it's like leading up to Christmas or just after. I can't colour in any other month. My OCD won't allow it. It's like people do Christmas in June, is it? Or July? I'm like, nope, can't do that. Oh, for Johanna's, I find Lost Ocean is quite intricate, isn't it? I've yet to colour a picture in that. But I did have an idea for one of those that involved me drawing something, so whether I'll actually get around to doing it or not, I'm not sure. But the idea's there. Cute Christmas. Cute Chris. Ah, I think I got Cute Christmas. Is that the one with the little elf on the front? Yeah, I have that one. Cute Christmas. Did I colour any pictures in it though? I think I did one in it. Yeah, here it is. This one. I think I did one page in it. Even got a tab in here. Don't know what that's from. Oh yeah, that was the one I did. It's just pretty much straight colouring with alcohol markers though. But yeah, that was all I did in here. I think it was the... Oh no, I started that one. And I was going to do shading on this one. Perhaps I'll get around to doing that this Christmas. Didn't do anything else in there though. I really love that one. I was thinking of doing Jade in June for my channel. Not sure if anyone's interested in that. So I'm going to try and do a few Jade Summer pages in June. Right, what I want to do with this cuckoo clock now is just use a little bit of water to lift some of the pigment off of these ivy leaves a little bit in the centre. As you can see, I'm just picking up some of the pigment. Re-wet my brush, dab it off. Like so. And that's simply because I want to use a hell yes for Jade in June. Wicked. Oh, funny. Okay, Jade in June it is then. I'll set it up. I'll set up a hashtag. And start marking out some of the pages in my Jade Summer books that I want to do. Right, so you can see I've lifted some of the pink pigment off the centre of those flowers. That's because I have a lighter olive green paint here. And I want to try going in with the lighter colour and see how it looks. Yeah, I quite like that. Thank you. Let's lift it up a little bit. Oops. Yeah, they look better once they're dry, but I'm doing a year-long for Romantic Country. I don't have the first one. I have the second and the third. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not sure what green it is, but it's this one in my palette. So first I used this olivey green, and then I used that one. So I'm going to use that lighter green again just to finish off these other leaves around here. Like so. And then I've got some leaves down here and at the sides here that I'm also gonna... I know. Do you know what? I bought the third one and then not long after I bought it, perhaps a few months, if that, was when they made the announcement to say that it was no longer being published. I don't get why they would discontinue the third one first. You know, you'd think logically they'd do the first one first because it's been out the longest. But I am hoping to pick up the first one before they decide to discontinue that one as well. You can pick up the third one on eBay, but people are charging like £50–60 for it now. And I really want World Heritage. I'm just gutted that Amazon UK doesn't sell it. There, I'm glad I decided to go with the green. I quite like that. Might do gel pen around the outside of that of some sort because I don't really want... I know, I don't get why they've discontinued it at all. Yeah, don't know what colour to go around the outside with though. Let's get my gel pen pot. Take that out of there. Do I want to do a green? No, it'll probably get lost. Let's go for... Really need to get some new gel pens, glitter gel pens, because mine are running out. Black? Might go with black. Gold edging. Gold, okay. 600... What dollars is that? That's crazy. Okay, I'll go ahead and use this one, Lynn. It's kind of a yellowy gold. If I can get it to work, that is. Yeah, World Heritage is on my list. I just need to pluck up the courage to spend like £40 on a colouring book. It's ridiculous. Yeah. I was thinking of getting it from Etsy or eBay. They both have it. eBay is slightly cheaper, I think. Good call on the gold, Lynn. I'm liking this. Sorry if I'm quiet for a minute, guys. I'm just really focusing on this edging of this cuckoo clock. And I will look up at the chat in a minute. There we go. Pretty, I like that. I think I might also do this centre bit here in the gold. Thank you, Lynn. Right, my cuckoo clock is complete. So now I've just got to work out what colour to do this and do some of the gemmy things, because I've got some more gems down here that I've left until last. The sails, I think I'm just going to do a really light brown, like this colour. Sort of a creamy brown. Let's move my gel pens back. Okay, so I'm thinking of mixing this colour with some white, and it will make sort of similar to this colour again. Don't need a lot because it's only for a little. Where's my cloth gone? There we go, that sort of colour. Creamy colour. And I'm going to ignore the patterns because I don't want to do the patterns individually.
Hello.
Hello.
I've got an ambulance coming for Ruth.
Is she okay?
Funny.
It's a water infection again. I'm just doing a live stream with a few.
Sorry.
It's all right with a few people.
I just want to tell you.
Yeah, is she? Do you need me to?
No, you should
Come
be
in.
alright. You carry on.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for the ambulance.
All right. Send her my love.
I will.
And
It's a bit of that.
bit doolally again. Love you. Oh, bless our next door neighbour, because we live in a care home. My husband to be is a carer, and our next door neighbour keeps getting urinary tract infections, and she's on antibiotics for them. I don't know how she keeps getting them because, you know, she's properly cared for here. But she has to keep going in hospital because they're really bad, and they send her a bit doolally. Last time she had one, she didn't know who her family was, or she didn't know who we were. Bless her, she's a lovely lady. She's got heart of gold. The Christmas that we just had, myself and my partner weren't at my mum's or his mum's, and we were invited round next door for like Christmas Eve nibbles, and her family were talking, and we overheard them say that Ruth was going to be in her flat by herself on Christmas Day, and that she'd got a microwave meal in the freezer. And as soon as I heard that, I was like, no, she's not having a microwave meal on Christmas Day. She's coming to our flat. And I cooked her a nice Christmas dinner. And she just sort of, you know, sat here and had some company for a few hours, and it really made her day. And then she sent us, bless her, a bunch of flowers for having her over for Christmas Day. She's so sweet. Such a lovely lady. Right, I think I might do these beads another time, because I have to go and pop the dinner on, because my fiance will be finishing work soon. But yeah, I will zoom you out so you can see what I've managed to do. There we go. So yeah, hopefully you'll see this at the end of the month in my... I know. I was like, no way you being on your own for Christmas Day, not when we're here and, you know, we've got nobody round. There's no way you're spending Christmas by yourself, you're coming to ours. But yeah, hopefully this will be in my monthly coloured pages video completed. So I just need to work out what colour to do the background then. But thank you everybody for joining. I had a great night, and it's really past some of the time that I would have been here by myself, just moping around. So thank you so much for all the comments. Thank you for watching, either watching live or watching this back. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and hit the notification bell. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and you'd like to see more. And yeah, thank you for joining everyone. I will see you next time. Bye everyone.